Ukrainian and Russian negotiators failing to reach a ceasefire during yesterday's talks on the border of Belarus, and now Moscow is escalating its attacks on civilians and sending a 40-mile-long military convoy toward the capital of Kyiv. We want to bring in Brit Hume, Fox News senior political analyst. Brit, it's been an amazing week, and I think there's probably nobody better to help us understand the enormity and the gravity of the moment than you.
I think, Dana, thank you. Thank you for having me. That this is a very, very big story, the biggest story on the world stage that we've all covered in a very long time indeed, and the consequences are likely to be far-reaching. Tragically, as the Russians resort to ever more crude and brutal tactics to try to subjugate and bring down the Ukrainian government, the cost in civilian casualties, the likelihood of great atrocities, and the revulsion in the world is going to only grow, further isolating Russia, bringing on further sanctions against that country. Its economy has already been jolted seriously by the sanctions already imposed, as we see by the fact that the Russian markets are closing, the ruble is diving, and the rest of it. And it's likely also to result, I think, Dana, in policy changes and adjustments across the Western world, and not just the Western world, toward Russia. It may indeed even give China pause about its alliance with this country, which has become and will become even more of a pariah state.
Yeah. Brit, I texted my mom this morning. I said it feels like the 1980s. Well, she's 82. She said it feels like the 1940s, and I think she would know. And Senator Tom Cotton was making a strong case before us last hour. And a lot of this is hindsight right now. Maybe it takes some time to unwind the logic in all this, but here's how he made the case for why you didn't do more for Ukraine when you had the chance. Watch.
I don't think Volodymyr Zelensky is going to wave the white flag, and I know the Ukrainian people will not wave the white flag. That's why it's that we have to start moving at the speed of war to help them. But why didn't we send all these javelins and stingers 4 months ago, Dana, when we first started to see that build up on Ukraine's border? They were worried that it would be provocative, that it might induce Vladimir Putin to invade Ukraine. Well, how does that look right now?
Yeah, how does all of that look right now, Brit?
Well, obviously, in hindsight, you can look at all kinds of mistakes, but the biggest mistake we're looking at here is Vladimir Putin's mistake in going through with this. And up to the end, up to the day before the full invasion began, there were a lot of people in the West and elsewhere who thought he wouldn't do this. And now that he has done it, and it has turned out the way it is turning out, the extent of this blunder, which I think will very likely to result in at least the beginning of the end for him, will be seen. Yes, it would have been great if we had sent more weaponry into Ukraine. A lot of things would have been better. Perhaps the worst blunder among many was the belief in Russia that the clumsy propaganda campaign that they waged to try to justify this invasion, the belief that that might work, it absolutely, utterly failed. I've never seen anything quite like it. Nobody bought it. Nobody in the West bought it. Nobody in other parts of the world bought it. And it hasn't even done very well inside Russia, whereas we've noted there have been street protests against this war. It has been an utter failure. Russia stands now as the naked aggressor in this. No doubt about it in anybody's mind. And that stain, I think, is going to last. And the world is going to be, when this settles down, and even maybe already, the world is a different place than it was. Yeah. Attitudes are changing in a way. The effect on public opinion in the West and elsewhere has been like an earthquake. And of course, the worse this slaughter gets over there, the more persistent the reaction is going to be.
Brit, sobering indeed, and we will see you tonight as well as we wrap out of the President's State of the Union address and get your analysis then as well. It's great to see you this morning. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Bill.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.